Everywhere. I'm a Target. Charging my laptop, my phone. Drinking coffee and water. I picked up some shoes. And then I'm up on myself yesterday. And I need my phone for my bus home. I don't know if I'm heading over to the library or to Catholic Charities before. Fun. And then it's happening. I'm a victim of a hate crime. Mostly everyone in my family religion is jealous of me. They're mostly illegal prostitutes, rapists, murderers, and things. So it's disgusting. See, that's mostly for mostly everyone in my family of origin. They're athletes. Their neighbors call us neighbors. And I stayed in the You can give me money in person. I always forget that I don't want to eat these with that much pepper on it, but it's tasty. I just don't want it like that. These are so yummy. I think that's the first time that I've had them. Thank you to the helpful person that was walking through. And what is it? Sillo. That directed me to the olives. They were like right across. It's labeled condiments, but I didn't see the sign. I just saw it. I'm like, here. So, you can give me money in person through PayPal. It's AR Buscay, Buscay Designs Co. And estamos straight to my heart. Alila is an art shop. INTAYIAFAY. And tire shop. My GoFundMe campaign is gofundme.com/f/Arlene-Lorenzo. I'm asking for $1 billion to GoFundMe.com. It looks like I can ask for one single country to GoFundMe. That toothpaste tube. There's no electricity in my apartment. What else? there's some dips for those of you. I call them mermaid. And toasted rounds. Near where those were. What else am I supposed to do with my money today? Oh, you can pay for my just. What else? You can decapitate Believer Lorenzo's will that stays in my homes without my permission and steals my money and steals my vehicles and gets in the way of your same money. So I can't be with my man. You can decapitate Marilyn Lorenzo and Ali Chacaros after my vagina picture. So disgusting. They cause for David Lillis not to rape me. Just to see my vagina. They're racist. My students are racist. They're not racist. They're embarrassed. You can decapitate Lorenzo Acevedo. You can decapitate how many times that rape me and steal my money and get nowhere embarrassing them. It's May 1st, 2020. Anyways, I just shared the customer account number a few seconds ago. My phone number is 210-668-9169. The zip code is 78220. I ate bread earlier, slice of bread, spoonful of peanut butter for the good thoughts. Like 2 dark chocolate caramels with sea salt on them and a banana in my apartment. Oh, there's the account number. What else? Mostly everyone in my family of origin are porn addicts and sex addicts, so they just look through that and they're like, hey, se fue la luz, time to get naked. Well, they steal my money and they stay in my homes without my permission and they steal my vehicles and they get in the way of your money. They're disgusting. They're disgusting. They create sex slaves. They're stupid. They killed millions of people trying to rape me. That's why I have enough. Oh, but that's because my AT&T payment went through. Yes. $1. I also have $25 in my savings account that I'm trying to not use those. So I have to close my account. What else more? I may end up using them for food later in the week, most likely. Right, Sean. So we have $9.29 left, so that may be good for like one more coffee, paper towels, and toilet paper. What else? My siblings are trying to turn me into a shoplifter, so I go to jail for not letting them rape me. They have sequaces. I hate that word because they're just little children in adults' bodies that rape and steal money. Se creen grandes. Oh. They're just very attractive, so they give the impression that they're men and they aren't. Ew. They're disturbing. They're stupid. They're stupid. You can decapitate me how many sons that rape me, that steal my money and get in the way of me receiving money. I posted on Facebook earlier. What else? 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 The store, the moments. I'm extremely wealthy. I'm just poor, so it's an outrage that I'm poor. So everyone's like, "What can we do? What can we do to help the victims?" So I'm just being patient and waiting for people to fund me, whether it's in person through PayPal or my GoFundMe can be. Someone will be able to resonate with what I need that isn't rape or abuse. And will get me. What else? I took this picture earlier, so pretty. I posted earlier. The penalty for release people across Virginia cannot need to be separated from me. If also already have seen my vagina pictures. So stupid. Yeah, that's why they're, what is it? They're worshippers of my vagina. They don't get along. I've been saying that for decades. Isn't that a duplicate picture? Richie or whatever that is. Excuse me, this bird. Or maybe it is. Guess not. What else? They all band together. They're so disgusting. They're stupid. Yeah. They're stupid. They plan a hate crime towards me decades ago, and they went through with it in retaliation because I refused to have sex with them. They're stupid. They're so gross. Ew, 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 ew. Ew, esta diva una puerca asquerosa doesn't know what being a woman is. Ew. She's a rapist, murderer, and thief. So disgusting. Ew. This is this. So I guess Britain also with their electricity. What else? I've been homeless ever since. What else? I'm bored. They're stupid. These bitches. They're stupid. They stole my money to date them. Decades ago, they steal my money. They get away with me money. Trying to get ahead of me in dating. They're just raping for more than 30 years. They're disgusting. They're disgusting. They don't understand basic human rights that one has. Ew. They're so disgusting. They think they're above organizations that keep them from getting brutally murdered or brutally raped by someone out on the street. Someone like them, people say. That's so gross. They're stupid. Esa tipa una puerca. What else? What else? What else? Well, that's their wife, and that's their wife. Eso no sabe lo que es ser mujer. Una puerca ni ligo prostitute que se hace pasar por mí, se queda en mi casa sin mi permiso, me roba mis vehículos, se roba mi dinero and gets in the way of me receiving money so I can't date. She's an embarrassment even to her parents' phone. What else? What else? I don't know where they get that language. They're so dumb. What else? For real, they're stupid. I won't ever date this leech. It's disgusting. It's just a crybaby that wants to be given gifts every day. It's stupid, so it steals from one. It's stupid. It's terrible at gift giving too. It possibly wants to steal my coffee right now and give it to any leech que le mama el pene. They're so disgusting. What else? What else I posted last night? I'm bored. When I'm financially stable, I plan to travel the planet and meet people. Ideally, polyamorous men. Oh, first I thought that he was just poor. I didn't remember him from decades ago, him having raped me or having a hate crime towards me or him working at Garden. He possibly lies to people and says she was supposed to put in the effort with me while I pretend that I'm blue collar and then I take her out and then she's like, oh my god, él es un puerco asqueroso. Él viola a la gente with that shit. It's like if you can afford LV from day one, you're supposed to just provide it, not make her work for it with her mouth and your dick for you to be like, okay, now I'll provide LV. They're stupid. They think that one falls for that shit. I'd rather starve than ever get kidnapped by that leash once I remember how disgusting he is. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? You can decapitate David Ledesma. You can decapitate Benjamin Suarez and his sons that rape me, that steal my money and get in the way of me receiving money. They're stupid. What else? What else? What else? What else? They're not men. My parents warned me them. Instead of ignorancia warned me. It's like you have no true friends and everyone around you is a menorito asqueroso fool. He killed Gloria Nirsa and trying to kill me because Gloria Nirsa wasn't on Facebook, to my knowledge. Gloria Nirsa didn't want to be on Facebook. He's mad that he couldn't date her. Because he didn't want to interrupt hers and Ramon's with them. They don't want to admit that polyamory exists. My dad, myself, my mother on a Friday night once looked at each other and was like, this leech ruined it. He's so fucking aggressive, so gross that neither of us are fine with it. And then my dad and my mom go like, wow, you're just like, your siblings are like so aggressive towards us. Like, stay away from my man, you're already very Catholic. Ew. Ew, my siblings are disgusting. My siblings are disgusting. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm so bored. I'm so bored. Oh, but it's heated. Where's that person that was here? Or it could be like a meal from Starbucks, I guess. Or is there like cafeteria? There's no cafeteria. Like Target popcorn. What, what was last May's that I tried? Didn't remember her name. What? Battle of the Flowers. I stay at a hotel today. Anyways, you can tell that mostly everyone that attends La Iglesia, some people don't know me or they stay in my homes without my permission. They steal my vehicles, they get in the way of me receiving money. The social media managers usually are so stupid. For a while, when I posted my GoFundMe campaign, they would post that right up in the comments right away, like, they don't understand that people converse at church and they're like, I'm heading over out trip on a cruise and someone says, here's some money. Get some. They're stupid. Usually they take those jobs and say, my mother said that if I get a marketing degree and then I work at the church, I can kill a lot of people. Or I'm getting a marketing degree and killing a lot of people. What else? What else? What else? That happens. Our seltzer as my dogs. And I ditched alcohol altogether. What else? 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 I'm bored. I love seeing the labels. I just don't try it. Finally, what else? We just couldn't agree on our kids. What is there? Where do I'm semi-stranded in San Antonio from Aguada, Puerto Rico. I was born in Aguadilla, Puerto Rico. What else? Boy could have won. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm born. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Are they just all over now? That happens. Link in the comments. I'm gonna take King Lonnie to Roseville. And chocolate YSL. That wasn't there when I was there, I think. What else? What else? Yada yada. Where am I heading to? Do I want to save much or do I want to spend some of my money on pizza? I want to shop for Alexis for myself at the Dominion. Take an Uber ride there. Or North Park. What else? I'm going to stay in San Antonio a few more years, months. There's still a lot that I haven't seen, that I haven't done. While traveling to Puerto Rico, back and forth and to other places. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Checking my email to see if I received money. To below like this post 1%. So I'm heading over to the bus stop soon, then back to Central Plaza. What else? And my Nikes haven't broken just yet. Simply, wow, Disney just still messaged me. Esto es un hombre, un menorito asqueroso. O sea, ahora me quieren dar presa. This is a sex addict. Ew. A porn addict. Full. Pobre maybe. And no me tiene que abusar so his brother doesn't think that he wants to marry me. I have said that to him if this is 9 years younger than me. They're stupid. There. Dan un asco in the meantime, Lalich, Ginny Gendaliris, Amarilis, they're like, ¿y qué le dirá Isabela Sánchez hoy? Ay, nene, te amo, mamá. They think that I'm gonna compare notes with them. So they're like taking screenshots. They're like, this is good for she ever wants to compare. O sea, mira, mientras te estaba usando ese día, a mí me mamó a todo a mí. Y mami, la vecina y todo, y yo, ay, wow, wow, wow. Y él nos compró diamante con el dinero que te robamos ese día, wow. Ay, mientras tú, menorita, tomando y que café en Starbucks because they're sex addicts and porn addicts. They hate it. What else? Son unos puercos. Filters 2025. Ew, eso no se cansa. Ew, ew, ew. They're embarrassing. Oh, I'm tagging this down. Endless. Just follow me. Why did I take the screenshot? I want to be shopping today. They want to traffic me. Oh, now that his dick is bigger. Because he was like 13 the last time that I saw him. And the last time that he was in my parents' home, he was what, like 9 years old. So now that his dick is bigger, he's trying to traffic me into my parents' home para entrar sin pedir permiso y violarme. Ew, ew, ew. They're disgusting. They're disgusting. So gross. I have kids that I need to tend to that are my priority. Jada and Kehlani. Not some dumb leech that wants to rape me. Interpol. NATO. Interpol. CIA. NATO. Homeland Security. FBI. What's the other one? I'm just posting this in there. This is a better experience than any menorita Carosa is trying to rape me. What else? This guy possibly has money to date me and never put in the effort once to kill me to keep the money and not be embarrassed. My eyebrows are amazing. Were you like what 6 months ago? Is it just me? Saying they can get a little bit bushier. What, what else? What else? What else? What else? Oh, sin tener evidencia. I was gonna add that regardless. That screenshot porque te vi la de my lover boy or someone he hates. Why? Yo no me meto porque his brother's stupid. His brother is stupid, so it could just be like an after effect of I'm the good guy like myself, and then my siblings are disgusting. So, pero this guy's desperation, I would never like give my attention to this. What else? They're minorita Kirosofo. They just look like men aesthetically, but they never measure up. What else? 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 You can decapitate. Benjamin Suarez Lorenzo's sons that rape me, that steal my money and get in the way of me receiving money. I shouldn't have a need to be verbally abused by people on the internet. They were hoping that every Kylie Jenner fan out there would bully me. I warn people. It's like they want you to look and feel stupid so that you go to jail instead of them. So please stay out of this. Keep your comments to yourself. Talk to your parole officer. That doesn't mean they have been apprehended for mocking me privately. Pero I had been warning people for decades before this happened to please stay out of it because what they want is to create such chaos of people verbally abusing me that then their abuse towards me goes not unnoticed, but it's just hitting in there between the Kylie Jenner fans that hate me and Sabrina Carpenter fans that don't understand me. What else? What else? What else? What else? So even some of you have to keep yourself away from saying. I also like Becky G. Waiting for like the important what's at hand right now. What else? I'm bored. What? What else? So back to read this without having a heart attack of how stupid this person is. Oh, did I not add his siblings' pictures? I tried to keep him away from this. If this is Menorito, 9 years younger than me. So I added only the pictures of his siblings that have actually raped me. Though sometimes here I'm like trying to use the app and it could be just me downloading the Target app to see if there's so I'm being respectful that I didn't add him there because he's possibly in that account, Matt Martinez 2018. So back to this. Every cuarentona que no se deja violar por la familia de origen y vecinos y vecinas y classmates y que es víctima de abuso, de robo, de genocide. Wow. Good thing that he's not interested in me. Good thing that I'm crying. He's beautiful. What else? Voy para la cárcel. He's there. Yeah, they're stupid. They don't understand the law. He wasn't there when it happened too, so he may be like, fuck, now I'm gonna hold your hands, but they will this pasando, and people are gonna be like, no, that's make like rapists. That one of them is the actual rapist and the other is mariquita abusador. Es de mariquita abusador. Ay, Jaden and Kehlani are like looking forward to Formentera. What were we talking about yesterday? Ballerina Capuchino. Roblox. I love you, mommy. KK. Jaden's first KK ever. I saw I was getting raped while you two were in school. KK. In English, pero fue mi primer KK de Jaden. And I finally filed the British. So if you saw me like crying, singing in my vehicle through I-35 while you were with your or Gabby, I'm like, I don't want to spend my time literally reporting this leech. Like I'd rather be does that thing have a filter? It's what else? What else? So literally my dad had to like literally starve me so that I stopped doing living for me to do this. Porque I hate being inconvenienced. I hate being inconvenienced. And I haven't talked to my dad about this happening. But I don't want to overwhelm them. What else? What else? What else? Kiss I ¿Cuándo fue? There's no time. That I have ever seen. When did I pick up my sneakers? What arrivers? What are that? This Spam 1143. Oh, I don't let spam get in the way of me living life. Anyways. For real, best museum ever. For real, best museum. What? Ew, they're trying to rape me. They're so gross. Que Capistrano, Capistrano, ¿dónde tiene que estar él? Allí no hay un currículo de yo te enseño a ser hombre, deja de estar deseando a Arlene y robarle el dinero si tú no la quieres. What else? What else? They could have been there. That too. Briefly, but that's enough stress. Is that like a meal delivery? Is there no what? Anyways, there's chicken. Factors is an entity away from Target, possibly. That's like whatever meal delivery services or shipping. Factors 75. What else? Had a uniform, so maybe she's on her way out of work. There's kid. What is Factor? There's Fiverfield. Mr. Vegetarian. Poor guy. Anyways, it's the AT&T saying, girl, you made it. What? What else? I'm bored. Anyways. I'm bored. I cook for myself. I cook for myself. Hey, stop. What else? So Cyrus Venya acts like a little kid behind the scenes, like, not those pictures again. While they will wait for the death penalty, they're stupid. It's like I can show whatever I want to show. It's my life. because they're like, oh, with those pictures, she's gonna find a man. And then los menoritos are a disservice to people. They're stupid. What else? What else? What else? What else? Anyways, back to Factor's website. I've seen this before, like while live on the internet. The ready-made meals. There's add-ons, pancake bundles, there's drinks, there's breakfast bundles, there's meatballs, there's salmon. That's really good. Looks good. What else? I'm more back to this retail. And then I just got a text message. AT&T. What else? 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 Oh, back to this leech. They take a victim of rape and beat her up, literally. Que yo soy la que voy a ir presa. Tus nenes todavía menoritos. For... Except with their wife in Poland, they know how to behave. What? ¿Qué es esto for? Unless he abused. Privately, that one doesn't know. Like, this is ridiculous. What? Very satisfied with my target. That guy was so pretty. Is he like in every sorrow? I feel like that when like multiple women arrive, especially or a couple. I'm like, just not. So they're like, there's Charles there that we saw last night. What? What else? What was I doing here? For after Menorito Caroso bullying me. Extremely likely. De ahí es que la gente sin toilet paper se roba el papel de baño. En record time de que pues salga del baño. I'm tired of complaining about it. Egypt. Extremely satisfied with the right item. very much. Order accuracy I checked. Very much easy. Wait time for order. Wait time. Oh, that's fun. It was like the whole process. So. What else? Sure. Ay, que ojalá menorito asqueroso se mate. My neighbor, my By the way, I don't know if you noticed, but you can add Starbucks to your Target. What else? What else? I miss having a vehicle. There are a lot of people that deal with anxiety, depression, a stalker that don't leave their home because the stalker may be following them and then raping them. El Pene Castilla. So they're like, whatever, I really didn't need to browse through the aisles, or maybe I wanted to, but at least they get to be a part of the experience if they order online and pick up at the store, because there may be items that may not be delivered sometimes or that they want right away. So all of those that suffer from El Pene Castilla, but I don't stay away now. But for a while, I didn't visit the library or the beach by myself. Like I used to take myself dining, and he took me out of literally like, hurry up, eat, my dick needs attention. What else? What else? What else? There's parents whose kids just took a nap on their way to Target, and they're like, whatever, I'll place my order from the vehicle on, or the windows are down so the kid and I can breathe. And have it delivered to my vehicle. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. You can decapitate everyone that steals from me. You can decapitate everyone that gets in the way of your singing. You can decapitate everyone that steals my vehicles. You can decapitate everyone that steals my money. You can decapitate everyone that gets in the way of your money. Sending my GoFundMe name to people to Instagram. Anyways, okay, let me start from. What else? 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 So what they are is stupid. It's part of human nature to say, well, if there were an earthquake, a natural disaster, what role would you take in society to make people survive? Their answers, including los menoritas, rapists, they're disgusting. So they want to create, they're so stupid, they want to create chaos when then they're in charge. It's just thought provoking, not like literally take a role in the planet where you destroy. Porque that's what people do on networking events or family parties. What? They're sex addicts, they're porn addicts, so gross. So they're like, I wouldn't approve food stamps for and I would let everyone die. Only the hot people que me lo mamen, entonces I would let survive. So they think that right now they've killed millions of people. Being that stupid, they think that there's a state of emergency. They think that there's a state of emergency in the planet that they can take advantage of and rule. And they're just stupid. They're just stupid. My parents said to me decades ago, you're no matter what age, you're gonna have to end up killing them in self-defense. Con ellos no se puede hablar nunca. Ew, 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 ew. I'm bored. Is that my list? I thought it was Alexa's listening, but it's not right here. Anyways, checking my inbox to see if I don't receive money. Just hate from that leech. You're waiting for your husband to die. For raping you and for abusing you. What are they also not even know? They're stupid. They're stupid. I don't need to be under la tutela de my parents so I don't get raped. They're stupid. Literally, it's trying to traffic me, possibly, into my parents' home for him to enter because he's my second cousin freely into my parents' home. There's a stereotype of Menonito Queroso as a second cousin. Rapes the hot girl that's in love with him and then goes on to rape more people saying like, ew, she's my second cousin. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? This one has killed millions of people. So gross trying to rape me. Ew. And raping possibly thousands of people in the past 30 years. Yeah, they're embarrassing. You can decapitate David Ledesma that raped me in 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020. What else? What else? What else? Okay, just thought like David. Good luck when you see her in your rape her in a few years. A few years ago. They're stupid. They're stupid. I never think about them. They don't mean anything to me. I didn't even think that they would go through with a hate crime towards me. When I was about 19, he walked up to me and said, well, because you refused to have sex with us, we're gonna just humiliate you with videos and pictures of where I put my penis and what I steal from you. Like, I'd have to be conversation. And I don't foresee that happening. I know how to ignore people. And I would have gotten something last night anyways. It's been proven that they starve people on purpose, trying to kill people. And what else? What else? What else? What else? What else? So yeah, I didn't think that they would go through it. I never think about it. I didn't even remember her names. What else? Tell me they died a long time ago.
Yeah.
What else? What else? What else? When does the bus get here? So you can decapitate my siblings that are trying to put a penis in me that I don't want in me and doesn't want me on him or doesn't want to be in me. You can decapitate Evelyn Lorenzo Acevedo You can decapitate Marilyn Lawrence Acevedo. You can decapitate Jeffrey Lawrence. 75, 369. Why am I headed to? I don't want to head over to Catholic Charities today. I'll possibly do that tomorrow. Do I want to go this from HEV? There's no other HEV. If I get one like this 7, I don't want to go there. 236. Gosh. What else? 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 So you can decapitate my homies, what some sense, and rape me to steal my money and get in the way of my receiving money. It's my first one today. I want to get a keyboard today. So bored. That's my case. What else? What? I missed dating. What's going on me? I haven't decided yet where am I headed towards to. I wish my apartment took up for myself. Have I had money for food? Or electricity in my apartment. I'm a victim of a hate crime. They're trying. They're trying to kill me because I wasn't a virgin ever. Like if there's a specific age for ones to lose one's virginity to, they're stupid. They're stupid. I never wanted to be a nun. I can act the part very well too. So I don't need like that confinement either. And I know how to speak non-gibberish. What else? What else? What else? What else? And they're trying to traffic me into my parents' home to rape me there because they're my second cousins and they think they can just walk in right to the room where I'm staying and rape me. And no, they can't. My dad would possibly have a heart attack if he's witnessed that at this age. Ew, 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 ew. They want to treat me like I'm Barbie Latina poor. They steal my homes, my vehicles that have nothing to do with them. These are arranged marriages that my parents arranged for me decades ago. They're stupid. That's your dad. That's your husband. Oh. Yeah, let's go. Anyways, your second cousin may behave. They say, people say. What else? What else? I'm bored. Where am I headed to? Do I want to put in the effort? Maybe. To get us. Oh, baby, don't take us to the Bibliotech West. My apartment is semi-ish. Bibliotech West is open until 8. At Central Market. So if I get on 93, and then on 25, maybe I can get there without charging my phone. Central Plaza. a pretty blue. It's a tall one. Someone. He's the rapist, murderer, and thief, and he steals my personal money and gets away with me receiving to sustain his sex addiction, his drug addiction, supposedly, and his porn addiction. They're disgusting. Not worth my time ever. They're disgusting. What else? What else do I have? I'm gonna shop somewhere. I set my shade. What else? 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 What else I missed here? Is this though, like near Hobby Lobby, possibly? Toilet paper. And paper towels. You can decapitate Benevento Lorenzo Savello, you can decapitate Marilyn Lorenzo Savello, you can decapitate Giva Lorenzo Savello. They use stealing from me as a way for them to find sex slaves for themselves to rape. Ew, 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 ew. I'm telling that behind this post, NATO, Interpol, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, the Justice Department in the United States. Real live it is ish. I'm gonna wait for my phone to charge slightly. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Wow. Just wow, and they victims of theft. Why society in general? What else? 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 Yeah, and I found everything that I need today, but in a few days. What happened? What else? 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 I'm bored. This was 9 days ago. So basically, he knows that I love Paris, that I love croissants, that I love massages, that I love shopping, that I love watching TV, that I love reading, that I love creating art. And he's like, well, you're supposing that I abused you. So basically, something else like he's showing up because if he can see those lists of what I might watch later, I think there's a list that is public of post that one saves, he just retaliates. Él es un menorito asqueroso. I didn't even come up with that phrase. They're stupid. They're stupid. I have no relationship to him whatsoever. He's not even a second cousin to me. For years, I've been saying to Jada and Kaylani that the only family that they have is their dad, Edgar, myself, and each other, meaning Jada and Kaylani. What the fuck? I'm not there. I'm gonna shop again. What else? 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 If these lists are public, they want to be like, you suggested that video and then I got raped because I went to someone la li la li la li la li la li la li la con una guitarra y no me entendió y le tuve que pasar mi carro por encima y matar a la persona. Ahí dice que en la música es el primer idioma. No stop signs, no que dice, no la persona gritándome. What else? 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 I'm bored. These people are stupid. These people are stupid. They invade my privacy. They're so gross. They're pesters. Compitiendo que por el mejor premio de whose kids got the best grade, but she steals my money, stays in my house, but no information, steals my vehicles, and gets more than you're saving. So I can't be with my man. She's stupid. You get like half day, but in Jesús, ay, un asco, puta. Dan un asco, ellas matan por pelo y matan por vagina. Obviamente. Oh, menorito asqueroso. Porque decades ago, this leech was like, ha ha, Harley. I'm gonna make it seem like Eustace. And Berenice is the customer. She's Mexican, so she should be like all wrapped up in Oaxaca embroidery. What drugs is he on? It's so stupid. So ridiculous. This is an embarrassment. They think that I'm gonna take them on a date. Look at my Starbucks advert if you're watching. I don't need you in my life ever. You're a leech, you're stupid, you steal my money so I can date you, and then you want to have that excuse that I'm facilita and I don't ask you for a date, and then I'm like such what is it? Flojera de mujer. Cuando facilito flojo asqueroso ajeno. At least decades ago, I don't know anything about them. He went on to like literally rape the town and the planet, and then was like, Catholic wedding, Arlene, you and I. I'm like, huh? They're stupid. They're stupid. I don't know. You're Luna Rosa today, and I can't. I'm bored. I don't have to do something good. So I haven't been like so like unhealthy today in my eating. I'm trying to pace myself from posting on Facebook so I don't get blocked. And my account is at risk of getting closed. Like I'm a victim of a hate crime. So the algorithm indicates that maybe what I'm doing could be unhealthy for me, but I'm my own mental health monitor. What else? What else? What else? And every therapist that I've talked to is like, you're doing the right thing. What else? What else? Including seeking the death penalty for that. What? What else? What else? What else? What else? Anyways. Oh, maybe I just need to stop posting for a little bit because I think at one point Arlene Lorenzo, our not page, was at risk of getting close. But that's when I'm financially stable. I'll just say, hey guys, I'm taking a break for like a few weeks. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? But that's maybe me like a lot of people. Does it feel like he can't walk out of his own home safely with so many people standing there? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm a state of money. They're so pretty. Even when I head there for batteries, I look at them sometimes. What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. But I knew there's something. What else? What else? I want to travel. I want to stay at a hotel today. Wow. What is this? What? What else? I could have had a Chinese. I don't know. I ever complained. Oh, what else? What else? I have goals for my body. What else? What else? What else? What else? She looks so good. She may not even have been unhealthy or even consider herself overweight when she wasn't as skinny a while ago. What else? That was the last time that I got laid. That was the last time that I got laid. What were my grandparents doing in 1929? For real. What else? That's impressive. That's impressive. What did they visit the White House for before? Sometimes they need a bodyguard dish. As like Lucas taking the bidding. But he had a brush with what? Someone shooting him and hurting his ear. What else? I'm bored. Bored. Target run. Or just business like. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Are these even true? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. So, are these real? That's interesting. What makes peanut butter that's Hill Country Farm non-vegan? Or does it not get labeled? The brand that I got that's Hill Country Farm. It's labeled as vegan. What else? Oh, I need to share my GoFundMe computer. What else? Oh, for myself, I'm so dressed anymore. I shop there. What is the beach? What else? So, just approach people. The farmer plaza. Yes, and my So I'm heading over to Central Market, I think. Oh, they have a Caesar salad that I can try to or take to my apartment. What else? I'm bored. I don't fight over penis or vagina unless not in my nature. I understand human rights. I'm nothing like a lot of my family of origin that fight over dick and vagina. They're stupid, so gross, they're so embarrassing. So I'd rather seek help from people, someone indirect, because a lot of people are like, we wish we could have just a conversation like, hi, how are you? Who are you? And then give you money. Pero even se presta que I could feel sexually harassed or harassed just for just me being tired. I don't have self care. What else? 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 More. More. So am I. We have time to get a sack lunch and then head over to Bibliothek. I don't know what I'm doing. I guess I'll know when I get to Central Plaza. You can decapitate Jenny Jandaliris Suarez that stays in my home without my permission, steals my vehicles, gets in the way of mercy, money, steals my money so I can be with my man. You can decapitate Jennifer Marie Vasquez that stays in my home without my permission, steals my vehicles, gets in the way of mercy, money, steals my money so I can be with my man. You can decapitate my honey, sons and sisters that rape me to steal my money, get in the way of mercy, money so I can drink water, so I can eat, so I can date. For him to decision himself is a better option. Stupid, qué asqueroso. Yeah. I'm laughing at the people that think that I even get hurt or ever think about him. Never. I got over it when I was like 2, 3, 5 years old. And I'm now 44. And he is acquired groupies of my vagina. That he brings to me and say, pobrecito, but just have sex with him. Like that rapist, murderer, and thief. Stay out of this shit. For real. Some people are so dumb. They would show up to my parents' home and insist that I would have sex with him. It's like he's raped me, he steals my money, but I don't have to explain that to people right in front of him, and they're not the police. I'm just like, really, leech? Que asco. Ew, 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 ew. What else? What else? What else? What else? My siblings are trying to put a penis in me that I don't want just to brag that they've had it more than I. They're stupid. They're stupid. You can decapitate Felipe Lorenzo Acevedo. You can decapitate Giva Lorenzo Acevedo. You can decapitate Marilyn Lorenzo Acevedo. You can decapitate Maria Angela Angeles Lorenzo, who went on to lose my virginity for me. But Mohammed Lorenzo sons that I love. You can decapitate Julia Lorenzo Chaparro, who went on to lose my virginity for me. But Mohammed Lorenzo sons that I love. You can decapitate Mohammed Lorenzo sons that raped me, that steal my money, and get in the way of my money. It's May 1st, 2025. What else? 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 I'm bored. I'm bored. I missed it. I was good morning. You can decapitate my homies, the sons that rape me, that facilitated females raping me, that are after females raping me. That's not husband material. That's not fuck buddy material. That's not casual sex material. That's disgusting. I'm never taking that on a date. I'm never living with that. I'm never taking that as the plus one. Ew, ew, ew. They're disgusting. I don't want that ever near me. It's so disrespectful towards myself and my two children, Jada and Kehlani. It's stupid. It's caused for Jada and Kehlani to be traumatically separated from me. Ew, ew, ew. Thinking that his dick is priority. They think that I wasn't with them because my baby daddy got in the way. They're stupid. They're not worth of me having sex with them. So it's like you're stealing from me, trying to preserve his own life with me saying that publicly. It's like it wasn't him that kept them away from me. It was myself. What else? 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 Possibly, but I should just be living life, not explaining to people. And that should have been like a 5 second conversation with someone. I said like, no, 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 and no se interpuso. You know, so I'm polyamorous, but I said, I don't want to get raped. I don't want to work to take out illegal male prostitutes that steal my money. Full. El tipo es un puerco, una basura, una carosidad. I don't ever want that near me. You can decapitate my homies, sons. Rape me, that's stealing money. Ya que no voy a percibir maritado, What else? What else? That's possibly if my frame is not smaller naturally. I gained a lot of weight when I was younger because I was so raped that I didn't want to be touched by that leech. And it just went into my parents' home and raped me, mocking me and saying, "No, you're trying to live on you, so I don't rape you." Yeah, they're disgusting. They're disgusting. I'm bored. What am I doing? Llegan decapitated Rosada Soto Rosa. That wants to fight over dick that I don't want. They're disgusting. They're disgusting. Ew, 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 ew. They're so gross. I'm bored. They assign fake spouses to one. They're like, if you seek the death penalty for me and it looks like it on Facebook, then I'm gonna say that your buddy's wife. Because at least she's to sexual harassment. They're stupid. So they go on, they're like, so is she Boris' wife? Is she Boris' wife? Instead of saying, she's taking the death penalty for us, guys, she's taking the death penalty for us. They think they've created a English now. It's stupidity, whether it's English or Spanish, se la dicho. They're stupid. David Ledesma is stupid. Benjamin Suarez and his sons that rape me and steal my money and get in the way of receiving money are stupid. Jeannie Gendalif Suarez is stupid. The boy is a Billy Suarez hasn't sexually harassed me in decades. In 2020, tried to traffic me to New Jersey though through Messenger. I don't talk to him in decades. I had him on Facebook, but I don't talk to these people. This is like my project while I'm like cooking dinner. Seeking the death penalty for these leashes. I didn't think that they're going through with a hate crime towards me. They're stupid. They're stupid.